What's up, Go enthusiasts? I'm here to play a game against KataGo again. I heard someone mentioning that they played games on KataGo against KataGo on komi handicap in order to make it more realistic. So what I've got here, if I can show the rules for you, I've set myself as the white player. KataGo can play black, and I'm giving myself 35.5 komi, which should be roughly what I need. We'll see. If I can beat it on 35.5, I'll go down to like 30 or something, which is more like the 3 stones handicap if I am doing my math. I guess 35.5 is pretty similar to 3 stones no komi. Depends on like the last corner being taken a little bit and the effects globally on that, but 35.5 probably slightly bigger than 3 stones no komi. Bigger handicap. Although I'm supposed to get komi in the first place, so maybe not. I don't know. Maybe slightly smaller. Anyway, um, should I just play normal Joseki? So I wanted to actually win. Let's try to actually win, and that means to shrink the board. So don't allow them to fight in the corner here. We're just gonna make a very boring position in the upper left. Hopefully that whole upper left I don't lose much. And then let's see. Probably I expect a corner down here to be taken. Yeah, and then I'll take the last open corner. And then maybe they'll take an enclosure here. Or maybe they'll play on the left side somehow. Enclosure or extend something. They took an enclosure here. So I get to play on the left side. Kind of interesting what KataGo has done here. um, Allow me to play on the left side, huh? Yeah, I'm going to try this move, because if they play c8, you get to 3-3. It's such a weird shape. It's so hard for black to control. So they probably won't play c8, probably more like c7, c6 kind of thing. Oh, they did it. Okay, 3-3. Let's see, what is the correct answer according to KataGo in this kind of shape? Definitely block here and c6, right? Are they just going to go through the normal fighting? So after c6 and then b7, then you can Hane first and then Hane through here, connect there. Yeah, it's just going to be the normal fighting. So it's another Joseki down the drain, another corner down the drain. I haven't lost anything here, as far as I know. It would be funny if there's actually a reason why this would be bad here, but I really can't imagine. Whoa! Seriously? Let me to play on the bottom side? I should definitely go out a few times, right? Here, here, here. They push. Push, 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 push. What if they come back at that point? And I turn. How many nobody's? He turns, he has 5. I play there, 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 there. I die. So, if I run it all the way out now, then I can't go until the Hane is not painful. I have to allow a painful Hane. So after this one, I would have to connect. Painful Hane, Tari here. Sacrifice these? Is that what's gonna happen? Well, I guess I can at least push and jump here. Must be good. So give these stones up. Yeah. Well, we're going down a fight. KataGo did manage to use. Oh, okay. That's more understandable. Good. I thought this fight was going to be good for me, so that's why I accepted, and KataGo too, apparently. So now this exchange, we aren't going to care that much. We're just strictly trying to play on the bottom side optimally. Is this the kind of situation where we want to f3 Atari or f2? Hmm. Hmm. Like the biggest outside would be to Atari to get it and then to play on the outside after that. But you would never get it. Like you Atari here, you should absolutely never expect Black to play there. Black is going to be playing some harassing move, and they can even try to run the stone out eventually. Now, right now, that would be stupid. And in the future, most of the time, that would be stupid as well, but not all the time. But it would be nice to capture that, actually. Since the recapture does nothing, I have the Atari and press through afterwards, so it would be highly valuable. And then there's also an eye, technically, if I do need it. On the other hand, if I play here, then they just have Atari and press for the future. Yeah, they would just be able to get ahead of me to control this side. And this one is like tried to not let them get ahead, but they can do that. Which is honestly worse, right? Like if I played here and then I had to accept this exchange, that sucks. I can't accept. So this one, unless I can fight out, is not good. And I can't. So it's F2 or E4. And between those, I kind of like the movement more than the potential territory. So my guess is that E4 is a bit better. Is there any way to generalize this so I don't have to do all that thinking every time to understand better? I feel like if I was able to generalize this, then I would know more about the game in these little detail fights. This is like a moment where I wish I had a teacher and I would just present this position, be like, "What do you think? Why?" Okay, I'll just play E4. They do that. Wow, unexpected. I don't think it's good to let them block. Even if I can get the Atari in the future, their capture being sent is ridiculous. So I'm not doing that. Definitely have to go this way. And now there's an option to capture, which I'll take. Because now it's ridiculous for them to not cover this part. So now if I went down, that was also possible. But this way I'm creating like a cutting point, and I don't think this matters. Kind of like Mii-ish. I mean, this F2 does, again, make it so that this is kind of Sente to cover their cutting point. But it's not that meaningful because the B5 is also a pretty big move. Okay. Interesting resolution there. So now I need to save the stone. I did not see this Hane coming, but yeah, they should play on the outside somehow. And I didn't realize that the Stone's Shores of Liberty does make this pretty strong. So now play for the stone. Hmm. Hmm. How do you do that correctly? When they're so thick on one side and so thin on the other, we obviously want to go to the thin side. Just walk that way with like jump. Probably very reasonable. Let's just jump. So they did care about this one. I was wondering whether they would. It was like possible for them not to. Also, I had like a moment where I could have chosen to cut, and descend, which would make it so that there's an attack on these. But I didn't go for it. I didn't think it was meaningful. Oh, they did go for a capping move. I was thinking in general, these capping moves are possible. Like, those are the normal punishments to this, but shouldn't be possible for them to ignore that side and allow me to go through and call out the two weaknesses. So what's wrong with that idea? Because that's a pretty good idea, isn't it? Isn't it not possible for them? I actually don't understand. So I'm going to try. I'm going to test them and learn. Why is it that you can cap here? What's your plan? Must be something like press on this, yeah? Well, actually, as white, I have the opportunity and the right to ignore the connect and to switch back. Because if I do, and it's entirely possible to do so, something like this move, then what they're getting is this descend, and then the push down, or the peep down here, which is gonna save them underneath, right? But then I'm gonna be able to save through here as well. On the other hand, if I play here, what they're saying is that they got an attachment a bit stronger, right? And then when I hane, they got a bit more movement. They can like hane, and they're gonna try to use this. It does seem like this is a better variation. I'm gonna try it. I rarely ever don't connect, but this is a situation where it seems correct. Yeah, because now if they are not gonna use the Aji in the corner first, then this is better for me because now I can punish a one stone. So they are of course going to use the Aji in the corner. That way. So what they're trying to say is that if I cut here, I get in trouble. They can block, and then I would have to play like Atari block and give them perfect outside thickness, and then allow them also to use the Short Liberty over here and peep and all that's wonderful stuff. So the cut with Short Liberty is pretty tough to play. But you don't have to. I can just hane here. Can also do some of the bigger things. Like basically the problem for them is that whenever they fix over here, it's pretty awkward. So I'm thinking like if I just hane and hold this current position over their head. Their current position is not very good. So it's kind of hard for them to resolve that positively. I think it's the way that I can keep my own advantage. Otherwise, black will build more here. Yeah, this one is not necessary. I'm just trying to get black to play underneath. Or to play this connect and allow me to hane. Or extend. Not sure which is better. I guess just extend is better. Because after hane, I'm not sure. After hane, I don't have movement to cover this part. If I extend, then there's like a movement in that direction. But the chance of me securing this area is like a lot smaller after extend and hane. But I still could just spend a move and try to secure it. And I think the movement difference is really severe. So I'm going to choose extend. It's close. Anyway, that exchange sets up their chance to counter hane here. I thought that was what they were going for. But instead they use this directly. Huh. Excuse me. I should push down once for sure. After that, I'm thinking Tanuki. Ah, they did go for this. So if they had answered, then I would have Atari'd here. At the moment, I thought it would not be great to not answer because I was scared of cut, but actually it's totally dumb because there's a ladder. I should have just Atari'd here first. Darn. Hmm. Oops. Oopsies. Sorry about that. But at least I can punish this bad exchange and take this direction, can't I? So one thing I can do is I can Atari here first, and then play here, play on this side. So if they cut, I can easily answer, no problem. And then they would net. Is it bad then? I was thinking if they play here, then they have this one Sente, so I have like less Aji, but maybe the net is even less Aji than that. Hmm. Seems like I should have Atari'd here last. Not seems like I should have. Well, anyway. Hmm. I'm thinking what happens when I Atari here and push. Then if they cut, then I go that way. That's totally fine. They probably won't do that. They play underneath. I extend. They just accept. Hmm. They could actually capture first, maybe? Could they? No, they want to keep the cut Sente either. Yeah, of course. So they would just accept. It's hard to find like the acceptable final shape. Meaning I could easily play here and they capture, and then I don't view that as acceptable. But it's the best that I'm seeing. Yeah, everything else sucks. So I don't know. Like if you just connect here, then they go this way, you'd lose so much off this exchange. It's so bad. So I'm just gonna punish this bad exchange and allow them to make my bad exchange and move on with life. Wow, they didn't even do it. They didn't even capture first. Just saying it's permanent. That way. Alright, fair enough. Well, anyway, this group got really healthy, and I'm fine here. They did build this area quite a lot. Okay. So there's two main directions, that being play on the right side and play over here. I feel like playing over here is highly valuable. I really don't want to run that way. So this was their idea, why they're doing that, is that they can get a big area. It totally makes sense. Yeah, I miss this kind of idea sometimes. When I'm playing black, I don't just have to save for safety, but I can build beyond it. This stupid honey, man, I should never have let it. I knew I should have let it. Well. Something like this seems highly reasonable. This direction in general. So, just put a stone. I don't want to spend too much time on these moments. I want to learn my tactics from KataGo, not this kind of thing. Very interesting. Usually we view connect here as like good shape, even though black can turn. Yeah, objectively this one is like the better shape generally, but here it's stupid direction, and this is the right direction, so gotta go here. They'll turn, and then we will play in the center. I don't see any reason that's bad. They did use my cutting point that I thought they wouldn't be able to use, but you know, fair enough. Something out here like this one. Here. Yeah, what the heck. Okay. Excuse me. Hmm. Hmm. So they repincered, trying to continue to claim that area as they should. I would like to use my access to that and to this weakness. They did fix that weakness with the connect under the doggy door. Cost of some center health for them, so it isn't that much that I have to do. I still have to use this part, the fact that they haven't controlled it. At the moment, this stone is light, and when you run it out, it becomes less light. Like, this is my moment where I get to do stuff like this and say I can just save over here and you can capture that. I can cut here and you can capture that kind of thing. Yeah, I get a fuzzy feeling about this one. I like it. I don't like the black responses that I see. So, test black. So this is the way that they want it. Okay, I thought it when I come down and I just generally look to save over here. I can and I should. Should be good. I don't think this one stone matters very much. Wow, I didn't expect this move at all. I thought they were going to defend their corner. But they're looking at my space here. From the outside. What a weird move. Ah, this kind of move. Oh. So this can actually happen to your large knights in the middle of the board as they get peeped and then shrunk, huh? What the heck is this? I've never seen it. Well, he's saying he's gonna spend his full gote, so I guess I let you do that. Extending here, and then I go slide. I feel very, very comfortable about that. He's saying he's gonna extend. He doesn't. Okay, just use a Sente first. Okay, didn't do it. That's what I expected. I thought this is gonna happen. Isn't this just bad exchange? How is that good exchange for black? I don't understand. I do not understand that one. But okay. I have to do something about this top side now. And of course this cut is a meaningful part of it. This Atari was designed to make it so that when I give up these 4 stones, the corner is already dead. I understand why they did that at that timing. It was starting to become possible to trade. But now it is not, because it kills the entire corner. Excuse me. Yeah, objectively what I'm doing here is fine. But given context that I'm playing against God, it is not very comfortable to figure out how to save this correctly. I should be using counterplay. There's the cut here, and I want to like use that because I cannot just settle down, but I need the movement and the movement there. I don't think I have enough resources to settle down. I just don't think it's comfortable at all here. So the question is like, what move can I play such that he cannot punish it? It's got to be an outside move, something like this, like trying to get a space. They are gonna try to punish with this stuff. Hmm. Maybe it's this kind of move. Hmm. Yeah, I really like this kind of move. I want to try it. I'm slightly nervous about it, but it's between that and this one just doesn't seem far-sighted. Yeah, I'll try this one. Let's see. Idea is that I can run through here maybe, and I can cut maybe. Yeah, so they fix very sensibly. And I was thinking also that I can handle the top side shape. So here, like, I can... Hmm. Hane? Hane, Atari, jump down. Is this Atari a bad idea? Don't think so. Trying to say this corner is over concentrated, not that valuable. Jump down. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I should block that. They just start with this round. Very interesting. I didn't expect it, actually. Did not expect it. Okay, if you go there, he's there. And you go there, and he goes there, you go there. They go there. Oh man, the reading is deep. Give me a moment, guys. There. There. Can't I use that weakness like that? If they're gonna do that way, then that gives me more stuff that way. They are. So I'm thinking I need to cut in order to get thickness. Because if you use this one and then go here, and then go for the underneath way, and the Atari, well, they can't easily play on the inside of it, despite the fact that they have a Sente move. And a Sente move here, and out. Oh, they can actually. It works. Oh, then we definitely can't do that way. Definitely can't. Yeah, cuts should be the right way here. Yep, agreed. They're gonna cut here after capturing. Yep. I need this one, right? Just in case, in theory, I want to fight that co. And they're gonna cut here, as expected. Otherwise, I had a cut. So they needed to do this to fix that cut, and then they're gonna save. Like that. And then I'm gonna save. Probably I should do this one. And then when they Atari, I should be careful and play in the center. Okay, so I saved it in the top side there. And I accepted the bad exchanges here. And I shrunk that. And chased that in theory. Wasn't it okay? Like, when you look at the board, remember, this is only komi, no handicap stones. So the komi I have is 35.5. I'm definitely like leading right now. With 35.5 komi, that's way too much. But like even on the board, aren't I not that far behind? If it were normal komi? Like yeah, there's more to come in the story over here. And this stone I will be sacrificing. And so that is an area that they have on the right side, and there's an area that they have on the left. But I have areas in the corners. And something on the left side there. That's my space. So I would be thinking that black is leading this game by less than 10 if Komi was normal. Which, considering how difficult what I was just doing is, would be a huge success if true. Okay, so let's keep going. So here I was thinking, my intuition at least, was that I should come in and sacrifice that stone directly to avoid them covering it and making the sacrifice more difficult. There is a cut going on over here, which could, in theory, force them to use the doggy door, but they always have the doggy door. So it's probably not a very meaningful cut, and I'm probably a lot more likely to be using that area just to get Centimuse for plain life, which is very desirable. Yeah, I think if I go here, I probably force some descend or something. It seems like a good idea. I don't think that they want to jump up and let me attach here. It's just so good for white. So I don't think my one stone will get hurt very bad here. Okay. Yeah, I was expecting this one. And then what are they gonna do? They're gonna give me the co thing and then say this is their co threats? Is that it? Maybe. Gosh, complications. Give me a moment. There, 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 there. Difficult. Difficult. So I don't think this is a Hane situation. Although I've seen Hane be good in some cases in this variation. Well, now if we cut, and then we can Atari and Tiger, and they do that, and we answer, they cannot cut. But they can play here, which is really devastating if they get another move. We would want to answer that. And problem is this stone being captured allows them to call themselves thick and then slide. Problem with the slide is that, yeah, we would have to like Atari here, but we are not alive, and we are not get that close to making life because of their surrounding thickness everywhere. So that would be a bit too difficult of a fight, I think. So we're gonna head for that ko, and then if we win the ko, meaning we force them to connect, then the plan is to sacrifice the right side. After they connect there, they're gonna be very thick, so we can Atari, Atari, and maybe connect first. And then if we get very thick here, then this cut starts being meaningful again. I don't know, seems okay. Can't really find much else that can be good, so let's fight. This is a very foolish variation to go for, by the way, against KataGo in a handicap game like this. I should not be doing it. I should have found a different way other than invade so that I had a comfortable thing to do. Like, I really didn't think strategically. So here we got the ko connect, which I was sort of expecting because it does look acceptable. Acceptable for white if I'm going to be sacrificing, which I think I should be. Hmm. There. Hmm. Suddenly I'm thinking like maybe I can get more than just the sacrifice, because after the sacrifice they have this diagonal move, which I always forget about long term and I see tactically only when it's close. And this diagonal move means that my surround is not that effective. There's still a cut remaining. And in general, when you fix the thing after this round, this extend comes. And it's really awkward because, yeah, we have a cut, but it doesn't do that much. And they're running out, and we have to run out too, and they're very thick here. It's all annoying. So I was thinking about other ways, like, for example, it is possible to play Atari, Atari Jump, and then they have to Atari, and they can bully me a bit if they want, but eventually they can Atari that way. It gets squeezed, squeezed, and then we have like this entirely different shape where I'm much more on the right side. And at the moment that would be a bad idea because we want to control the part away from the thickness that you're over concentrating. But it's making me think like maybe I don't progress my game very much by playing just to give them the right. Like this center is not that meaningful. This tiger is a big move for sure, but is it worth to take now and allow some push? Doesn't seem like the pushes are good to allow. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. I think we go for the original sacrifice idea and we just look to try to find where the hidden eye shape is on the right side. We just take care of it. But it's really annoying that when they go here, they're also going to be touching this left side group. Like that group is not alive. It's thick, but it's not alive. And it will be a very annoying nuisance to have to take care of it in the future. Mm. One thing I could do, which is kind of maniacal, is to play for a ladder breaker. Now, obviously, if you just play the ladder breaker and then play here, and they can do this kind of stuff and start talking about killing the top side. Um, and that's going to be really scary. But if you run out a couple times and then play here, it becomes a lot harder for them to ignore. Especially, I guess, just one time. Hmm. The annoying bit is that if you run out one time and then you play here, they're going to Atari as their answer over here. You have to accept it. That's a very annoying bit. So I'm thinking instead of doing that, I'm going to play here in Tiger, which is interesting because it lets them net over here. And then I'll play to live. It's not what I was originally thinking, but I do think it's the best now. Oh, interesting. Is this trying to decrease the size of the ladder breaker? Or maybe like stop the ladder somehow? I didn't expect this Atari to come so suddenly. Isn't it not okay for me if I get to capture here? Isn't this capture good? I mean, the AI wouldn't make a mistake like this, but this trading just might be more comfortable than what I was doing originally. So after I play here, they're going to Atari on the first line. And then what am I gonna do about that? Am I gonna solid connect? Let's see. What happens if I solid connect their Atari? Also, if I'm thinking like that, then doesn't it mean that the Hane here is possible right now? Is that too crazy? I mean, that Hane is definitely possible right now. It would be a very surprise move. But not wrong. Not wrong. But anyway, let's see what happens when I capture. Capture and then Hane, or Atari, I mean, and then connect. And then let's say they want to kill me. How would they start? Probably Hane here. And then how would I try to live? Probably block. And they would Hane again. Connect back. No. Hane again, I could Atari. Let them capture. No. Okay, so it can die. Huh. Huh. Really interesting. What they're doing is they're getting rid of my ladder breaker. I can see it, but I can't stop it. It's very smart. Very smart by Black. If I just connect here, you might be thinking, like, what did I lose? Well, I lost the chance to play for I-shape, which I was going to if they Atari'd here. And then my life and death becomes much sketchier. So I think I really want to play here to help the life and death. But when they play this one and I play here, I'm in some trouble on the right side. I just can't do anything about it. Just have to accept. Okay. So they're postponing the trouble in order to press me back here. Right now, they're threatening nothing. The cut is not real. They're just threatening a reduction, which would be Sente. And in comparison, if I cover it, then they get no Sente out of me, and I'm alive. Which might make you think, like, wow, great. But it's not very good, is the thing. It's not very good to be pushed back like this and let them get a space. So what you really want to do is you want to get more out of it. You want to like push here, get a response, and clamp something. Or if they pull back and then we pull back, then we break something back. And it's great. But it's not that great. It's not getting that much. And I don't know. It does seem like life is really valuable. I think I'll just take my life. Try to say that, hey, you gave me too much thickness from this. You lost your chance to do stuff which probably tries to kill me. Wow. I didn't see this kind of move coming. They want to say, oh, if my opponent answers, then I can press them for more compression. I didn't see it coming. It is great, of course. As you would expect from the AI, it's always great. Wow, what a move. I did not see this coming at all. Could not see this coming. I thought about playing the tiger at that moment too, but I was thinking if I play the tiger and they get this one, or this is better. And now I'm realizing, compared to this, it's not better. I was only thinking they can extend and they can take their own stuff. But yeah, this is a great move by Black. Really a wonderful strike. There's not that much I can do. Like, I guess it's just extend. I guess you just extend. It's a bit painful. And they save. As they should. Yep. Okay. Now I need to come back here. Otherwise I'm gonna die. I'm honestly still in danger after playing this one. But it's definitely necessary, right? I don't think there's a better move. I was thinking about playing this one, but after that and the Atari, if I have to connect and then they play here, I am alive and it like sucks. And comparatively, when I do this one, like my next living move is much, much, much healthier than that. Yeah, we're gonna do. I mean, is it much? There's a big difference. Maybe I should take the health. I rarely ever take the health in situations like this, but I do know that I should more often. There. The problem is that this one is like not that easy to play. If I could play this one and be super, super secure, it would be great. But if they play here, I need another move, and it's awkward which one. Like jump, and here, and then they can like peep. And after peep, I'm not sure how to live even. Hmm. I guess the question is really, I'm not going to save this one stone. What's the most comfortable two stone shape over here? And it's probably these two. If I play here and they do that one, oh, and I block and they Atari and I Tanuki. No, I have to connect. Okay, is that gonna live? I have to read it so they can try. What can they try? They try there, and I go there, they go there, and I go there, they go there, they go there, there. Okay, this is the right one. God, that's a lot more annoying than I thought it was going to be. All my eye space, man. Where'd it go? Where did all my eye space go? Hmm. Well, on the good side of things, I still think I'm leading a lot on territory, counting my 35 points of komi. Like a lot. The bad side is that I am weak. On the left side, on the right side, on the top side. The top side is considerably less weak now, but in general, my groups are still weak. And the bottom right corner I haven't even mentioned, but after they got so thick here, it is actually very, very weak. And honestly, it might need my priority more than the left side here. Even though they just played on the left side, like, yeah, I get it, you're pressing me. But that move was bigger than the next follow-up move is going to be. And I do feel really, really nervous about this one stone and the bottom side. So I'm thinking I should just put a stone down, like take an enclosure, take a small enclosure here because I'm scared of the invasion. Large enclosure, I think this one is just difficult to deal with. But put a small enclosure down, Then I can run my group healthily, and I'm just gonna make sure I can run or live this. Like, I think I can endure this part a lot more easily than I can endure this part. So, well, let's try. So here it comes. Yeah, this is a huge attack, of course. Obviously, I could have blocked just now, but it would have been backing down, giving them something. And I thought when I run here, especially after I'm thick, I can run effectively. They cannot cut because I do have liberties. And I thought also, like maybe I have a chance to get some eye shape, some eye space over there. Should I be like knights moving to run this? Yeah, it is like the normal shape, right? We should go as fast as possible, that's for sure. That's knights move. Just move. Move, 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 move. Get out of here. Wow, I didn't expect this move. What does that do? Is it genius? There, 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 there. No. I have no idea what this move is for. Block. Show me. What are you doing, man? After you do that, I can block here. And I can play here. There is a ko. I thought there was no ko. I'm kind of dumb. Okay, fair enough. It's genius. But I don't think there's much better for me to do, even though there is a ko here. What should I do about it? If I connect and they go down, is there a way for me to say no ko? I don't think so. If I play on this side, if I play on this side, or here, well, if I play here, they do that. If I play here, they do that. I have to do this. Alright, I did miss a ko. They had a great sequence, a great idea. What is that? Huh? They're preparing to hit me in the center harder. But you just paid me $1 million to make a ko here, to establish a ko here. Can't I just fix the ko? What's going on? If they played here, then I could Atari. They would Atari me. Yeah? And then I would be looking to make some ko threat. I have a couple ko threats here, this game. But they have plenty to chase my group with. I don't understand. Does this mean they're gonna kill me next move if I win the ko? It just doesn't seem realistic. What is that? I do genuinely believe the game might be easier if I just take care of this and answer all my ko threats and take care of this and give up the ko part. But it's so many points to just save. It's so many. So many points. Very hard to give that. Very, very, very hard. If I don't do it, what's going to happen to me is that they're going to chase me from this side. And that's after, they'll probably Atari here and cover this first, and then they'll chase me from this side. And then, like, I can save by running this way. I mean, it's not that freaking hard. It's not that hard to save the group after that. I have plenty of space. I have plenty of space here, plenty of space there, even after they have all the good exchanges. And this is so big, guys. It's so big. If they win that ko, it kills the entire side. And when I play here, it's 10 points for me. How many points is it for them? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's like 45 points or something if they win. Total 60 points, 55 points. 55 points or so. Jeez. We're just gonna give up 55 points? It's not exactly 55 points. Like, if I play here, it's equivalent to winning the ko, which is a third of it. So, I mean, I'm only playing a move which is worth like 18. And the chasing is worth very similar to that. Like, even if I do manage to save, black is going to get a huge bottom side and some attack against the bottom right for sure. I'm like, what I'm talking myself into here is playing a move on the bottom side just to support my center group. You can't even make that much progress over there. Like, look at the black territories this game, right? Black has almost nothing at this point. Somehow I've gone in and invaded KataGo everywhere. Done the KataGo thing. Black has almost nothing. Black has, captured 2 stones here, captured 2 stones here, 2 points, unfinished corner, tiny left side, some, potential capture of 3 points there, or 3 stones there. And I have 30 points komi, and I'm establishing, plenty of territories throughout the board. So their advantage is 100% in the power, in the amount that they can chase me here and kill this. Like, if I take this, I'm going into a game where black kind of has to kill to win. And KataGo went into this on purpose, so it's kind of like KataGo thinks it can kill. I just can't imagine it, so I want to try. This is really low win rate to play over here compared to playing here. Like, my win rate goes a lot higher when I do this one, but it's an intentional mistake. At least as far... Oh, can you even see my mouse? I think you can. Okay. If I play on the bottom side, so I'm far more likely to win this game. But I don't believe KataGo. I've looked into the thing. I don't believe it that this attack is going to be really serious. I want to learn. Why is this attack so serious? But I kind of don't want to learn. I kind of want to win. Maybe black withheld the ko for a moment because it knows it's a step ko. That's a reasonable thing. So if black plays, I don't have to play to activate the ko right away. I can wait until I can do it on a better timing. And that makes the original ko actually not that big. Okay, then I should defend. That's why black captured here. Oh. So I can win right now, but it's only winning like a step ko, which with one step. I am skipping this step when I play there directly, which is extremely big. Hmm. Whatever. Let's just play. I play passive. I play passive. Yeah, you can do that. And I was saying, I'm just gonna let you make your ko. I guess I could extend here, by the way, as well, or jump, but extend is better. Extend here. Let them do that. Let them kill me. That's not a good idea. Let's not do that. Oh, man. I was thinking I'm going to put another stone on the bottom side here to try to say... I can say that these stones in Centeo is not a real meaningful thing. It's more like I'm just taking the bottom side at that point. It's not that meaningful. Like, I don't have a co-thread advantage. I don't want to start the ko. I want to play away again. But S4? Is that the biggest here? I don't know. Like, how do I play a half co-threat or something that creates co-threats? I'm gonna fight the ko slightly seriously, mildly seriously. Am I? I mean, I don't have co-threats. I don't have enough co-threats compared to black. It's really annoying that black is fixing this naturally too, because I don't get any co-threats from it. Hmm. 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 Ah, gross. Yeah, so they're gonna use these. This is to prevent me from having big co-threats. Yeah. Okay. Bothersome. Bothersome, bothersome, bothersome. Excuse me. What it means is you don't get to counterattack this because I can capture those in the ko if you ever make it big. It's just really annoying. Really annoying. Yeah, yeah, it's true. I don't get to counterattack that. Let's push up to try to at least claim the corner a bit better. Okay, we do get to extend back from them. I was thinking about whether I should switch back here, allow the break of the bottom side. I think I should. I think it's better. Not sure. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. Man. Man. They make it so hard on you. So hard. Hmm. Yeah. I don't just have to let him play here and get to cover it. I don't get to cover it. That's so annoying. Brilliant by Black. Again. Yeah, it's just perfect. So difficult. What are you supposed to do? There. If you block, they're peeping first. Then, when you play, let's say, diagonal to try to fix this, they push through, probably cut. Probably cut. You can handle it. It is working. Probably. But you gotta handle it underneath. Or with this. Yeah, it's gotta be handled that way. So is there bad sequencing here? I guess you do this. Alright. Jeez, man. So much reading. Oh my god, wedge. to force the oh my god. Really? No, really? I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't think the wedge is real. I don't think that's real. That way. Oh. That's what you're talking about. So now I have to go here, and now I don't get an eye here because you stopped my counterplay. Wow. Wow. Incredible. You're gonna kill me, huh? Wedge and extend back. Of course. How could I miss it? How could I miss that? What a sequence. I'm dead, man. Man, fuck. What is that? I went to all the trouble of like getting counterplay against the realistic stuff. Reading out my full counterplay to life. And then you do the unrealistic stuff. What am I supposed to do about that? God, it's so over. It's so over. I just have to sack the 3 stones on the bottom side, I guess. What a brilliant attack. I would never have thought like that. Is it? Am I losing? Let's check. It's black by 5. I'm basically losing. Because it's black by 5. Yeah, I'm... Man. That's annoying. Man. That is rough. Let's see this game. So this one was hard. I made it hard on myself in some respects. Okay. Invasion was not correct, huh? So this is not just a free win ticket against this corner. And why not? Is it because of this? Because of this. Because this way and here. I was thinking that this one was worse than that one, right? Why was I thinking that again? Because after 4-5. So it doesn't think this 4-5 is that... Like 4 for 1 is not a bad exchange. 4 for 1 is good for white. Why is 4 for 1 good for white? Why is 4 for 1 good for white? I was definitely thinking 4 for 1 is bad exchange for white. I was wrong. Has to do with my life condition. Oh. Oh. So if you did that and that is good. Oh. For my movement. My next movement is much better after that. Oh, that's what it is. It's my movement. And movement is the key. Movement is the supreme. Because movement is what gets you points. Ah. Okay, so how am I going to change my mind about this? Because I really want to learn this particular moment. I want to learn. So it's like... We don't play for what we get with the first move. We play for what we get after that. And what we get after that depends on the condition of both players' movement to the next area. How interesting. How interesting. In the actual game, this one is not worse. But yeah. Tough. So I did it well through here. Running here was fine. I was supposed to cut and then Atari first. Because if you can cut and get this Sente thing and they actually answer and you go here, it's obviously very good. So this is like my moment to start a ko. And then this ko would be for having a good position here, which makes sense. Like we should fight a ko for that. It's hard to fight it because we do lose. We have less ko threats, but anyway, what I did was only slightly worse because it's hard to fight. Actually, in general, it's a lot worse. I kind of got lucky, basically. Oh, it was a good move. And good. Yeah, I fought this part very reasonably. Very reasonably, all throughout. Why doesn't he do this first? Oh, I missed a Tesuji. After 8, if they played 9 at B10, which is what I was reading, then I had B12. Ah. So I missed a Tesuji, which allows stronger counterplay. That's why they asked for this first. And then when I did this one, they had already gotten me to not play B12. That was why they exchanged this. So this was a beneficial exchange by themselves, and I needed to play the Satari to stop it. Wow, so there was a secret Tesuji which they were probing about by playing here first. Brilliant. So then if I had done this, then probably they wouldn't actually do. I mean, they could do it still, but it would be the harsh fight version, which KataGo actually didn't want. So interesting. So this way, I ran, which was good, and then I played on the right side. I could have done this, and then forced the connect. Often that's a bad exchange, so I just didn't touch it. But apparently it's fine here. Decompress. I don't know what this is all about. You can just get it, I guess. But it really wants to come in, and that's like kind of what I was doing after this. So the better shape was better here. Maybe unsurprisingly. My way, giving them the doggy door back actually did hurt my fighting a lot. Although, like, I could clean up the center. I should have just cleaned up the center first. There's no reason to touch the left side if you're going to touch it badly. And then this was a good questioning move to make sure that he doesn't get A14 Sente. Understand that easily, yeah. I just didn't even think about it. That was a lot more detail than I had in my brain. Yeah, it's just about what gives you your fuzzy feeling. It's no big deal, I think, which of the many choices you want to pick. I have no idea why I exchanged this. I've genuinely no idea what's so great about this exchange, even though it shows me it's blue. I was thinking that this is just making me healthier, and that's seemed to be how it worked in the game. I don't understand what black was supposed to gain, except for maybe, like, it was good counterplay against my running, because then they can play at 2 and 4. Yeah, I was thinking about that. But were they really preparing 2 and 4? I guess, like, why not? Why not just prepare 2 and 4 with a stupid exchange? That becomes not stupid. I guess I did understand it, because I didn't want to run out, and that was correct. I didn't see any difference between this one and this one, like, meaningfully. So I have no idea why I'm so much better off if I do this. It seems very odd to me. Very difficult to understand. Ah, I cut it wrong. Darn. I didn't even think about this move. Is it just strictly better? Let me think about it. Wait a second. When I play here, and they cut me, and then I need to connect. Alright. And then they can play here. They have to. And I can do that. And then they can break and kill my top side, but I'm going to kill the left. And that's better? Better trading? I guess. So they don't even want to do it. Yeah, because I could kill a thing. Okay. Wow. There's like a lot more pressure. There's like a lot more pressure on this because this one, I saw that they have the cut thing coming after this, but I didn't think that was actually good for them, but it kind of was. My move was correct to live. Yeah. What if they had done? What if they had touched it? I was gonna live in the center. Oh, it was correct. And then I gained stuff in the center through that, so that's why they didn't touch it. Yeah, I should have thought more carefully before doing this one. Although it was correct, I needed to actually think it through. Yeah, Atari, I'm curious whether it thinks my ladder breaker idea is good. It does. But I wanted one more thing. I was ready to play this directly. And thinks that the life and death is not so comfortable. Yeah, if it were me, I would have done this, but I have no idea about the detailed territory balance after all the trading. So after this one, I could have directly played Ladder Breaker and then just lived. That's a brilliant sequence. I didn't see that. I was just thinking this one is so much territory, I can't ignore it. Which is kind of true, kind of fair. Atari. It's just so difficult at this stage of the game to do the exact correct thing. Like I was talking about this one, but I was thinking if he played back like this, it benefits to him more. But I was wrong, actually. I could have done it. Ah, it's so difficult. How are you supposed to know all the different trading and... it is so difficult. Combine this and that and the other thing, and it's not okay to just find working sequences, guys. The problem is not finding working sequences. The problem is finding the good sequence, the correct of all the different working sequences is like a point different. That part is just like so impossible. So difficult. So here I should have answered, it turns out. My top left group was in fact that weak. That I mean this secures life. Um Secured life is like better. It's like worth it. Compared to I was thinking they're gonna go here and it's so scary. But I can just suffer and save it, and I am leading by points, so as long as it all saves, it's great. Yeah, I ran out. It was fine. This was great, brilliant. Yeah, I didn't realize. I didn't realize that even after this one and here that they were gonna make it go. I didn't understand it all at this moment. Yeah, if you go here, they were gonna connect first to deny that I. Wow, they don't even touch this first. Connect first, and then they were gonna play from this side, and yeah, because you don't get the eye there, then it becomes really difficult, huh? And it's generally really difficult because you can't find a way to connect to this one, and it's too hard to save all these stones. So I think this was actually maybe an objectively good decision to connect the left side over there, and generally be healthier, generally be safer. Is probably making sense. Here, it was better to be reinforcing. I thought, yeah, okay. Stop thinking KataGo. My KataGo is trying to play against me in the review. Even after you spend a move, it's still so thin. It is crazy how thin I was everywhere. I really didn't expect that there was anything to be done on the right side. That was actually something that Black found. And I really didn't expect just how much I have to suffer with this center group. And it's understandable that actually this amount of suffering it's more suffering than the suffering I have to do in the corner when I get approached there. Like, yeah, agreed. How did I lose this game so smoothly? From 35 points, huh? 35 points. We lose it smoothly. Starting here, so this... Yeah. I've learned now, if the ladder is working, probably, Let's check. Is this a ladder dependent thing? Let's put some stones over here. So now we have the ladder, but we still play Atari. The Atari is just a move, huh? The Atari is just a move. And that is not as good as I was taught. So, just in general, this is not as good as I was taught. I'll use it. I'll use it against people. Atari here, play the fight, or capture, and in general, black is thick. Black gets to block. Using this Hane, good idea. Yeah, black gets to block, as black gets to apply pressure. It's nice. Here, I think I played well. I played great. But missed the Atari timing. That was something that really hurt actually for the whole game flow. It made my opponent have a big area, which is always an easy way to put pressure. So like in the human game, actually, the mistake is more serious. I didn't see this B12 to CG. In the AI game, actually, I don't mind if they get the big area that much because it sort of minimizes the amount of fighting that's done there. But really, I think I did a good job in this part.